Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to a reading for the week of December 18th. We're going to jump right in here, Gemini. You have this Be Here, Be Now card and this Take the Leap of Faith card. I love both these cards. The Grasshopper is like a card of luck and success, and also this Hummingbird Spirit is about having been on a long journey and finally getting your reward. So we'll talk about that more in a second, but it definitely looks like you could be getting something you've wanted after a long period of time. Could be love, obviously. You have the Four Wands. You also have this Seduction card I'll show you in a minute right here. So, if you are hoping to attract a person, could be love. It doesn't have to be, though. The Four of Wands can just be you hoping to get something that you can commit to, which could be a job, a business, daily routine. Maybe you're wanting to build a deck in your backyard. I don't care what it is. Whatever it is, it's like you've been hoping to have something that you can accomplish. And, I feel like that's what this reading is saying, is that you are finding something that you can accomplish or that you can commit to, and you're just committing to it, and there will be success. You have the Star here. You have the Chariot, which is a victory as well. So, this looks really good. You have the Ten of Pentacles, which is even better. So, this looks amazing to me. And I think there's a lot of good stuff here. So you have this grasshopper, which again kind of represents obviously taking a leap of faith, but grasshoppers are also like lucky. The hummingbird here kind of represents having been on a long journey. Hummingbirds, they go on long journeys to get to their nectar. So I feel for a lot of you, it's been kind of like a long time coming that these, you've been waiting for these rewards. Sorry, my alarm is going off and I've been up for days, right? But anyway, I feel for a lot of you that this is like long-awaited rewards. What's interesting is a lot of people have been getting messages this week in particular about getting long-awaited rewards, basically. So, I think that the universe could be rewarding us for this year or the past 4 years, right? Or something like that. You have the Four of Wands. Definitely could be love if you want it. It looks to me like you're healing. You have the Three of Swords, but the Three of Swords here is coming up in the area of the good stuff. So that would tell me that you have either gone through healing in love or you are going through healing in love, and you could be attracting a new person. Could be an Aries. You have Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, if I didn't say that. You have fire just in general. Could be any sign, right? I don't think we should be focusing on sun signs anyway. I think that's a great way to end up leaving comments on a tarot reader's channel for 8 years saying that you would never date a Leo. So there you go. But you have the Four of Wands, so could be love. You have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a celebration, so I feel like there could be a celebration coming in for you at this time. I would actually encourage socializing with this reading, especially with the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles can represent hidden or secret information, and we'll talk about that when we get there. But what I will tell you right now is that you could be getting invited out. You could be, going to a holiday party or something like that, and maybe you're not sure if you should go. But Ten of Pentacles is kind of like one of those cards where whenever I see it in a reading, I would take advantage of social opportunities because, it can represent discovering something that you wouldn't have discovered if you didn't go out, if you didn't take advantage of an opportunity. It could be anything. And again, we'll talk about that. You have the Emperor here. A lot of people, though, I feel, while I think this could be a fire sign, it could be an Aries, but it could be any fire sign, really. Coming in for you, I feel, it could be any sign just in general. I feel it's just a very, action-oriented person. But I also feel it's time for you to take action because you have the Chariot right next door to the Emperor. The Chariot is the card of hard control. So the Chariot kind of represents really needing to take control of the things that you're working on or the things that you're doing in your life and really needing to make things happen. So for a lot of you, I feel that there is, like that grasshopper spirit says, there is a leap of faith that you need to take this week. Let's see what it is. With the Four of Wands, you have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, it could be communication coming in for you, by the way. You go here to the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is a message or communication. So, if you're looking for love, definitely could be a person communicating with you. Eight of Wands is also a card of quick success, so amazing. With the Three of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is imagination. And I don't necessarily, personally, I like the Seven of Cups, but what I will say is I don't really like readings that have the Seven of Cups to the moon, like you have here. You go Seven of Cups to the moon. And so the reason is because the Seven of Cups is very dreamy energy. The moon can also represent dreaming of something. The moon, to me, is something we need to bring down to earth when it shows up in a reading like this. It basically says you're dreaming of something and you're thinking of all the possibilities, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But the Seven of Cups says you can't, and the Moon kind of says you can't just keep thinking about it. You have to actually see what's going to happen. It's like you can dream all day long until the cows come home, but unless you actually put something into practice, you don't actually know how things are going to turn out. So, what I would say here is this is saying like get out of the fantasy and bring something into reality. With the Emperor, you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Both cards wanted to come out. So it definitely could be a person coming in for you. You always get Capricorn with me, so could be a Capricorn, I suppose. Could be any sign. This is a general reading, but definitely could be love coming in for you. This could be, I don't really feel it's a person from the past, but it could be a person you've dealt with before. Like maybe you dealt with a person, never got off the ground. That's more the energy that I'm getting here is that, really, I mean, the Page of Pentacles is a new person, right? Which is kind of the person here, but it could be a person where it never got off the ground, never really went anywhere or something like that. So, take it how it resonates. I also feel that this is talking about your finances. The Six of Cups can be a gift from the universe, and the gift we always receive from the Six of Cups is a turnaround, meaning, we've been bumping up against an obstacle, and the Six of Cups can be an obstacle being removed. Next, you have this seduction card. It says passion and romance await. So clearly there's love coming in for you. You have the Seer. It says follow your intuition. Yes, I feel that you need to follow your intuition at this time. The Queen of Wands, which is your first card here, she kind of has to follow her intuition, but also her inspirations. We'll talk about that, but both those ladies kind of look the same, I guess they are the same, really, on this deck. So I feel for a lot of you, it could be you. You have the Queen of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Queen of Wands, she has that sunflower. The sunflower points towards the sun. But she also trusts her intuition, and she has to do things without knowing whether or not she's going in the right direction, right? She's the only Wands court card that does not have salamanders on her cloak. So the salamanders represent protection from fire, and she does not have protection from fire. And so it kind of says that she has to take certain risks, and she doesn't know if she's protected or not. So a lot of you, I feel, could be in this moment, where you're about to take a leap on something where you don't know how it's going to turn out with the Moon, but you have the Three of Swords. This could say that you are prepared, actually, because the Three of Swords is coming up in the area of the good stuff. It's like you could be taking a leap of faith on something that could hurt, like a new relationship, right? But I feel it's actually going to go very well. You have the Page of Pentacles, something new, like we've been talking about, probably a new person. I don't know. There's no reason for me to spend a lot of time on that. I feel it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's like a new person. You have the Chariot. Chariot is a victory or a success coming in for you. The Chariot is also about setting yourself apart. Everybody gets a Chariot nowadays. Definitely a collective vibe going on here, right? He's leaving that city behind him behind. I don't know, like whenever we have Pluto leaving a sign, Pluto spends 20 years in a sign for the most part. It spends longer in other signs as well. Like Taurus, it spends, like 30 years in Taurus, right? It spends like 25 years in Pisces. So, it has an elliptical orbit. Some signs it's longer than others. That's what she said. But also what I would say is that for a lot of you, I feel that this Pluto change, whenever a generational planet makes a change, I think we all change. Duh, right? It's pretty simple. So I think we're in a time of setting yourself apart, of, doing things differently in your life. And if you do that, you will be successful. I think the only people that are going to be stuck are the people that do the same thing they've done for the past 20 years, right? So if you're doing something, and again, I want to stress that this doesn't mean you have to change your whole entire life. It just means can you learn new things about your career to improve in your career? Can you learn new things about relationships so you can improve your relationship? It doesn't have to be a stressful thing. It can be something very simple, very easy to do. But if you make that change, you'll see the results. With the Queen of Wands, someone new is very attracted to you. I'm telling you right now, this is like someone new. Definitely could be an earth sign. You have a ton of earth here, but, take it how it resonates. Could be any sign. And I feel that there is interest. I kind of feel like this person could be a little bit goofy. Like, look at this elephant. It's got one of those, pinwheels, and it's, I almost just said its hand, but, its trunk right there. So, this person could be a little bit of a goofy person or something like that. I don't know, it's popping into my head, but definitely someone new. Could be another air sign as well. You have the star, so it could be another Aquarius. Look at this. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Pentacles twice in your reading, which is amazing. So for a lot of you, again, this to me would just say you are wondering if something new is going to be worth it. And clearly it is right here. You have the Page of Pentacles, which says, you could be seeing a new person as potentially the Ten of Pentacles. And I say that because you go to the moon. The moon is like, well, maybe this person could be my Ten of Pentacles. But then we go to the Ten of Pentacles, which says it is your Ten of Pentacles. So whatever you're thinking about here is clearly going to lead to a lot of success. This could be like a new business idea as well. Like, again, does not have to be a person. Page of Pentacles is the card of studiousness. So it could be something new that you're learning about or educating yourself about, and really, really good. With the Chariot, you have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior, but I feel it's a time of experimentation, and I always say Nine of Wands is my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, so I think we're in a time of experimentation. Next, you have this Capricorn card. It says Achieve on it. Oh, you have a bunch of Capricorn in here, so that makes sense. You have a Solar Calm card. It says Clarify on it. Yeah, you're in a time of achievements. You have the Queen of Pentacles, which is Capricorn. So this Capricorn energy that I was picking up on, it really could just be that you are accomplishing more at this time, or that you are very focused on your achievements. That it's kind of weird that Solar Calm card, it says Clarify on it, but I'm getting like Simplify as well, which I get for a lot of people. But if you're working on achieving something big, I think just like, how do you eat an elephant, right? One bite at a time. I think that's what this is trying to say, that there's something big you want to achieve. Capricorns climbs mountains, right? So they have big things that they want to achieve. You have this Clarify card, which I really feel is saying simplify. And so I feel like it's saying just like one step at a time. Don't try to make something this big, huge, this big, huge thing, right? I don't know where I was going with that, but take your time, right? You have the Star, the Moon, and the Death card. The Star, of course, could be wish fulfillment. The Star could also say that you're healing from a difficult time. Whenever the Star comes up in a reading, it really says that you've been through something challenging or difficult, because it comes up after the Tower. So you could have had a Tower moment that you are now healing from, and, obviously that's a good thing. The Moon, like I said, I feel it's kind of like the most important card here. I really feel it's saying that there's something that you need to just not dream about, but also manifest. Or I don't even think it's about manifesting. I think it's more about taking action towards the moon. There's something that you need to bring down to earth, and it needs to see the light of day, is what I'm hearing. But again, you have to take action to make it happen. And I also feel like you need to be careful of like assuming that it's not going to work out, or whatever the case may be. I also have like a weird story popping into my head as well of like, it's like, I don't even know how to say but maybe you were dealing with a person who never really let you into their life. And it's almost like they said, it's almost like they, I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. It's almost like you were dealing with a person who wouldn't let you into your life, because they don't let people into their life because they don't want to get hurt. So instead they hurt people because they don't want to get hurt. So they create this like self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Maybe that's a good way to put it. So again, and by the way, I'm saying this because I feel like you've healed or forgiven the situation. Maybe you've realized going this way that this person's like a broken person or has challenges or whatever. I don't even think it's not like you're judging this person or anything like that, but I do feel like you are saying to yourself, I can't let this person back into my life. And, I do kind of get this feeling that there could be a person who's trying to communicate with you. But again, I would be careful, because again, I think this person, creates these problems in their head, and it's almost like they don't allow relationships in their life because of these problems that might not even exist, So there you go. You have the Death card here. I think that you have transformed your life. I feel also that someone's crown has fallen off, The king here is dead, and the dead king on the Death card kind of represents, it just represents the fact that even kings die, that nothing is immune to transformation or change. And so I feel for a lot of you that you are kind of like needing to release something, or, it's like you are having to let go of something here, Gemini, that maybe has been established for a long time. So let's clarify and see what is actually going on in this row here. Let's see. With the Star, you have the Nine of Pentacles here. I feel like you are very independent. Even the Star can represent like nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. And the Nine of Pentacles, card of gratitude and luxuries, but it also says that you could be like nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. With the Moon card, you have the Six of Swords. I feel like you've been through something difficult, through choppy waters. and you've had to make a transition. Again, I think everybody has to make a transition with Pluto going into Aquarius next year officially, but again, it's going to go in next year. It's going to retrograde back, almost to exactly where it is right now. It's going to retrograde back to 29 degrees in Capricorn, and then officially move into Aquarius in November of next year. So, again, but again, I would make, any changes, transformations, I would make them right now. It's like there's no reason to wait. You can catch the wave, as I always say in astrology, and start now. With the Death card, you have the Chariot twice right here. You're definitely I kind of feel this is confirmation, just saying that you're going in the right direction. You're doing the right things that you need to do to, find success. And, if you have been hoping for confirmation that you're moving in the right direction, to me, this is major confirmation that you're moving in the right direction. You have this Bear card that says strength and resourcefulness. You have this Teeth card that says control and change on it. We've been talking about change this whole entire time. I'm pretty sure all your readings, really, if I think back, sorry, I just dropped that card. But if I think back to all your readings, it's almost like, I feel like you have been through a lot of changes or have been through a change or big changes. And it's like you're moving on from those changes. It's kind of like what I get here. So, yeah, that makes perfect sense. You have the Hangman, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. Hangman, again, is a change in perspective. A lot of people have been getting this. A lot of people have been getting the Hangman and the Moon. And both cards, to me, can represent a change in perspective. Hangman, he's hanging upside down, so he can see things from a new perspective. The Moon changes our perspective. Even on a full moon, right? The Moon represents a full moon. It's like it lights up the area around us. Like we can see in the dark with the full moon, kind of. But, it casts shadows, it casts illusion. So we are seeing things from a different perspective. It's almost like the sun is coming out, is what this is saying. It's almost like you're saying to me that you've been through a dark period of time, and now you are seeing things clearly. Again, you have that Clarify card, which is basically clarity. So a lot of you could be getting a lot of clarity. You have the Ten of Pentacles, which again, I feel is something, it's like an event or, a get-together, holiday party, or, whatever you want to call it. And I really, really feel that this could be an opportunity for you to kind of get something else that you don't realize. So I feel in a lot of ways that the Ten of Pentacles could be something that leads to a lot of success in your life. Ten of Pentacles could be something that where you go to a party and someone like helps you get another job, or someone gives you a piece of advice that like changes your business, or something like that. It's like weird. I get that. That's the feeling that I get here, is that you go to an event or a get together and you get some information that changes your life. I also feel if you've been working towards something, that taking that leap of faith is going to lead to the Ten of Pentacles. So like making the full commitment, for those of you that are working on new projects or businesses or whatever, that's going to lead to the abundance. You have the Three of Swords. Again, it is coming up in the good stuff. And Three of Swords can represent forgiveness or healing a situation. So, those three swords are in your heart, not someone else's, and it just represents forgiveness. And so I feel, but it's coming up in the good stuff. So I feel like you have healed from a heartbreak that you have gone through. And let's see. With the Hangman, you have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare, but it looks to me like you're ending a never-ending nightmare. And this could be coming from a new perspective. That could be the thing that is setting you free from something that has been keeping you stuck for a very long time. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Justice card, balance, and, equal give and take. This, if this is love, by the way, right here, this is amazing. So there could be, again, a new person who really practices good equal give and take, someone who really gives in a connection, someone who wants to make things work, all that other good stuff. With the Three of Swords, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It says when you know that something is for you, then it is for you. You have to believe very deeply that something belongs to you. And so that's what I get here. I also feel that, excuse me, some of you are kind of like putting up boundaries against around your heart, I should say. But it's showing up in the good stuff. So this would be like good boundaries. Like you are setting healthy boundaries so that no one toxic gets into your life. You are setting healthy boundaries to protect your heart, or, whatever the case may be. So again, I don't really see this. This is obviously not a bad thing. This is obviously a good thing. But let's see. You have we're pulling 5 main themes. You have the Exaltation card. Yeah, the sun is shining on you. This card basically says the universe has your back. The universe is really supporting you. The universe wants the best for you. So, this could be one of those this could be a confirmation reading that it's time for you to take a leap of faith on something you've been thinking about. You have the Criticism card. I do feel like that everyone is fearing criticism right now. Literally, Pluto going into Aquarius. You have the star card here. The star can represent attention. And so, I think the biggest fear everyone will have to face during Pluto and Aquarius is saying something and being wrong. Saying something and people criticizing you and all that other stuff. So it's like everybody has to deal with this right now, and it is what it is, right? You have the choice card. Yeah, time to make a choice. I feel like you need to make a choice on what your life looks like. What do you want your life to look like? And then start making the choices that will lead to that, is what I would say. Next, you have the devotion card. Definitely attracting a very solid connection. I'm telling you right now, if you're attracting love, I feel like you're attracting a real one here. Someone who really invests, someone who really, puts in the work and wants things to work. This is my till death do us part card. It's funny that there's a sun and a moon on here as well. Again, you could be, I think you always get this. Do you have the Two of Cups here? No. But I'm pretty sure you always get the Two of Cups with me. And the Two of Cups is someone who's very different than your usual type. And finally, you have this resourcefulness card. Yeah, I would definitely tap into your resources and be resourceful. But all in all, this looks really, really good. I love this for you. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.